Hello guys, so today in this series of Python we will discuss about the socket programming. So I will create two programs, one will be client socket and the other will be the server socket, and we will see that how the client and server both can send the message to each other. Okay, so this is the first part of client server socket programming with Python. So let's see how we can do that. So let's first open my Python GUI. I will open two GUIs because I will need one for the client and one for the server. So this one is for client, and let me open. Okay, so this one is for the server. Let's first create one uh, client program, server program, sorry. So let's save it as server.py. So let's open it and just Python and just make it like client server socket, server socket.py. So I'm just going to open it. Okay, so here I'm going to write my program, which is a server socket.py. So let's open it and let's start writing. So first you need to import your socket package, and then you need to open the socket first. You need to open the socket so that you can start a communication. You can make your server able to communicate with the clients. So for that you need to open a socket. So you can give it a name server, and then you can just write like socket.socket. Right, so here it takes two arguments. The first argument is the type of protocol that you are using, IPv4, IPv6, and the other one is the protocol that you use, the TCP or UDP, right? So the first one is the address family, IPv4, IPv6, and the second one is the protocol, TCP/IP. So by default, if you don't provide anything, then it will be like IPv4 address family it will use, and it will use the protocol as the TCP. Default protocol is TCP, so it is using TCP protocol. After you have opened a socket, let's print some message so that we can find out that yes, we have passed through it. Socket for server created, and now we need to bind ourselves with a particular port. Okay, so server dot bind. Here you need to provide a tuple. You know, the tuples are written in these brackets, within these brackets, right? So within this bracket we need to provide two things. One is the name of the machine, localhost, and the other one is the port number. So I'm providing it like 9899. Okay, so I'm providing it like this. So it's a tuple which takes two arguments. One is the server name and the other one is the port number, right? So once it is done, I mean, if it doesn't throw any exception, then what it will print, bind to the local port, right? And then after binding to the local port, you need to listen to the client request. So for that, you need to just call listen function. And in the listen, we need to set the limit as how many clients it can listen to. So I'm setting it 3. Okay, so server.listen 3. So print server is listening for request. Okay, so now what I need to do, when I've started listening, then I need to wait for the incoming connections inside a loop. Okay, so I need to run an infinite loop while true, and then I just need to write a message here like waiting for the incoming connections. Okay, so waiting for the incoming connections, and how I will wait, server dot accept. Okay, so when I call this server dot accept, then the accept returns two things. One is the client socket, and the other one is the address of the client from where this is coming. So two things will be returned. One will be the client socket, and there will be the address of the client from where this request is coming. And both of these things are of our importance in our program if we want to use them. So client socket we will get, and then we will get the address as well. So let's print both of them once we connect it. So print the new client request received from, just write ADDR, and then the client socket. You know, this server socket is for listening to the new connections, incoming connections, but this client socket that we get after this call, accept call, this client socket is used to communicate with the client which has now connected to you. Okay, once your accept call is done, your client is connected, and your client will get through your client you will get a new client socket, and using this client socket you can just keep talking to the client that has connected to you. Okay, so let's do this. Client socket dot send. So I'm just sending a message, hello from the server. So this message will be sent to the client, and rather than sending it in a simple text form, you need to send it in the bytes form. So just write bytes, because it will throw an error if you will not send it in the byte forms, because it allows you to send the information or send the message over the network in the bytes form only. Okay, so client socket will send it to the server, and then it will simply close it. Okay, it will simply close it, and it will again move to the loop, and it will again try to accept the new connection. Okay, so this is all about the server program, and now let's create one client program. So for that I will just open one new file, and let's create one client file at the same location. So this is the location. Here I have created my project client socket.py. I am creating a new file here. So the client also need to import this socket, and then client also need to open a socket.socket, and then this client need to just connect to the server. And what is the address of the server? Local host. It also accepts a tuple containing the host name and the port number. Once it is connected, then you can just receive a message after connection, because after connection it is sending you the message back. So once you get connected, then client will receive the message. So we need to just print that message. So print client.recv, right? And then how many bytes I need to receive? 1024, or you can say like 512. I think 512 will be enough. Even 256 would be enough, because I'm not sending that much big message. And apart from that, since that was sent from the server as a byte, we need to just decode that byte message here so that we can get a plain string here. So that's it, and it will simply receive a message after connecting to the server, and it will just receive the message that has been sent by the server, which is the client socket, which server is sending using the client socket. And what it is sending? Hello from the server. Okay, so what we need to do, we just need to, where is my program? Okay, so this is my program. So we first will run our server, and then we will run our client. So we are running our server socket for server created, and then it is showing me some error. What it is showing? Get address info failed, server.bind. Okay, localhost. It should be localhost. It's localhost. So it's localhost, and now let's run it. Okay, waiting for incoming connections. So here it is waiting for the incoming connection. It is waiting here in the accept. So it is ready to accept the new connections. And once a new connection will reach here, once the accept call will take a new connection from the client, it will return, and it will give you a new socket here in the client socket. And using that socket, this server will send the message back to the client, hello from the server. So let's see, where is that? So let me open that. Where is my client? Yeah, this is the client. Now run it, and what we are expecting, that it will connect to the server 9899, and then it will just receive the message which has been sent by the server, and it will simply print that message at the client end. So let's run it. Okay, so here it printed hello from the server. And what about this? What it has printed here? Okay, so it is showing you the server side. This is the server side. You can see that this was the message last time we saw, waiting for the incoming connections. But now you have just connected to this server. So the new client request received from this is the IP, and this is the port number or whatever. It's not the port number, I think. It's something else. I will tell you what is this in the coming videos. But this is some extra stuff which comes here, and I hope this is something related to the information or something which is sent by the client, and hopefully port, but now I'm not sure. I need to check it. Okay, so this is the way it works. You have seen the server side as well, and after server side has received the message and sent the message to the client, it is again waiting for the new connections. Okay, and here your client, if you see your client, then it has got the message from the server, hello from the server, and that's it. So it's done, right? So we just need to stop all these and just need to close all these things. Okay, so you might have understood that how your simple server socket and client socket programs can work and how you can write them. So you can try it yourself. In the next video, we will see that how we can create a socket program which can accept number of clients, and it can just send the messages to all the clients. Okay, and we will close all the socket discussion in Python only after we will be able to create a chat application. I mean, I will create a chat application, simple chat application, where two chat clients will be there and one server will be there, and both of these clients will send the message to each other through that server. Okay, so that will need to create a particular a kind of server where it can be a multi-threaded server, and it should be able to listen to a number of requests from the clients and should be able to enable the communication between the two different sockets, two different clients. Okay, so that's it for today, and I hope you got the point whatever I wanted to discuss here, and I hope you will be able to create a dummy program for yourself. So we will meet soon in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye, and please like, subscribe my channel and share my videos. Okay, have a nice day. And